What is aging? Is any of it pre-programmed, or is it all thought-based? Is it a result of pinching off of connection to source?
Well, you can look at it that way, but we do not, because there are seasons and cycles in everything that is living. In other words, there is nothing that is physically formatted that is in its current form eternal. What is eternal is the source energy that flows forth into that which is the physical form. And so everything that is physical is cycling. We have noticed that most of you do not complain about aging when you are moving from birth to about 12. In other words, you are appreciating all of that. Little Laurel, granddaughter of Jerry, came running up to him not long ago. She had heard that he had had a birthday, and she said to him with such glee, because she had just had one too, pronounced it to him with such enthusiasm, "You look older." And she meant it in the most complimentary way. She loves it when people tell her that she looks older than last time they saw her. And she wanted to give him the same compliment. And he took it in exactly the spirit that she offered it, you see. You are always evolving and always changing. And so there is a difference between moving through time, which is what aging is, and maturing, which is what cycling is, and declining, which is what sometimes people are talking about when they're talking about aging. In other words, it is not necessary for you to ever decline. You can continue to thrive no matter what stage of maturation you exist in. And decline is about resistance.
Okay, but so I'm not sure what maturing means. Like if you're not
changing,
if you're
evolving.
not declining, is that pre-programmed into our cells, or is it
Yes,
thought-based?
you could say it that way. In other words, it was the plan. None of you, none of us, none of anything came forth into the physical environment intending to remain exactly as you are. You cannot stand still. And that process of evolution is expected. It is the physical perspective that puts a negative slant on it.
Can you change with thought the way you evolve?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can change with thought the way you evolve. So now your question is, so if I change my perspective of this maturation process, could my body do what?
Could my body reflect the way, let's say I pick an age, I want to look at a certain age?
Yes.
And
we recommend you all do that and announce it to everyone that that is your age. And practice the feeling of it until you believe it, and your body will succumb to that vibration.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
There is a difference between, begin again. Remember, when you pick up any subject of any subject is like a stick with two ends on it. So there is what I'm wanting and the absence of it.
Right.
And so when you approach the subject, you're wanting to find that feeling that Laurel gave to Jerry in her exuberance about her age. In other words, you want to pick something that feels good to you, and we would encourage that you pick something that feels believable to you in the sense that you won't get a lot of flack back from others. Jerry went for an eye examination some years ago, and the nurse wanted to know how old he was, and he sincerely told her he did not know. And she was furious with him. "You should know." And he said, "Perhaps, but I do not." And then he said, "I know what year I was born, if that will help you." And she said, "That would help me a great deal." And then she went off, calculated what that age was, came back and announced it to him. And then she said to him, "You are this many years old." And what she meant was, next time you come back, you better remember. And Jerry said, "I have forgotten already." There is no point in aggravating people, really, because there are a lot of people that are very interested in how old everyone is. And it's not an easy thing to withdraw from the process of age when there is so much of the world that is looking at it. But it is our promise to you that when you no longer care about the number of years that you have moved through, and you find not an age, but a lifestyle, not an age, but a state of being, not an age, but a feeling of being, then you can become ageless. And then the next question is, well, then will I live forever? And we say, no, because that was not your intention when you came forth. This is a hard thing for our physical friends to hear from us from time to time. You say, I really, 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 really not want to age. And we say, everyone is going to move through time as long as you are in this time-space reality. But you can control how you feel while you are moving through. And then sometimes they will say, well, Abraham, when I'm finished with this physical experience, I do not want to come back again. So please tell everyone who is needing to know that I'm not coming back. Please let them know that I am finished with physical experience, that this is it for me. And we say, we will carry your message. But fortunately, those decisions are not made from your disconnected human perspective. Those decisions are always made from that empowered feeling of ecstatic ecstasy about the non-physical emerging into physical for another leading edge experience. And you don't say, I want, from your non-physical perspective, I want to go forth into a physical body and I want it not to change. You say, I want to go forth and have the natural physical process, and I intend to pay attention to the way I feel so that I can experience the optimum, delicious, interactive co-creation at every stage of my physical evolution. There is wonder and fabulous experience in every single age, you see, in every single perspective. If you had any idea how old you are old.
Yes.
You are very, very old. It's time to get over it. It's time to start pronouncing your age with pride. I am old. I am ancient. I am, as Esther says, older than dirt. And we say, not quite. Yes.